Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you guys. I hope you're doing swell. I hope you all have some water because we are having something spicy today. Oh, Dark, I have a wonderful lurk. I hope you have a great morning or day, evening for you. Um, 2 days in a row of stuff we don't usually do. Very exciting. Uh, I saw this game from one of my favorite creators. I don't play a lot of visual novels myself, but Hello Yini on Twitter does, and I love watching her TikToks about them. um, so this is a game by said content creator, which actually I'm going to link their Twitter. So go give them a follow. They're absolutely lovely. Um, and if you do like spicy visual novels, then their stuff is a lot of fun. Uh Again, I watch their TikToks a lot more, but they also live stream. But yeah, so today, we're going to see if it's wrong to kiss a bracken. I was tempted to put myself into lethal company uh as the game category, but I was like, no, I'd probably get in trouble. So we're just in games and demo. Here, I'm gonna adjust that. Oop. Sorry, I'm adjusting the title a little bit. But yeah, let's get into it. So for this, I had to get an itch.io account, which is fine. I've been meaning to. But I've never played an itch.io game. Again, I've been meaning to. And so we're gonna see how this runs. Because I downloaded it and everything, I forgot to test it. Let's pause this. Okay, well, you guys can see that. I still need my PNG tuber. Let's see how we can capture this before we start answering questions on screen. Maybe window capture will be best. Yes, okay. Let's do that. That covers the screen very nicely. Let me throw myself in a Discord channel because despite doing this all the time, I always forget. And we're gonna stick with our Valentine's theme because ooh. There we go. Alright, this game contains adult content. You must be 18 years or older to play. Do you wish to continue? So, if anyone is watching, and you are not 18 years or older, you're gonna get yeeted. But I'm much older than 18. Yes. Is it wrong to kiss a bracken? Oh. Let's turn out this volume a little bit. Alright, let's look at settings first. I always like looking at settings in games. Text speed, auto forward time, music, sound, mute all. Oh, a mute all thing. I like that. Okay. Full screen. Nice. Skip unseen text. Sensor mode is on. Good. Okay. Oh, weird. Okay. You guys can see my mouse, but I can't see my mouse. Maybe that's because I went into full screen mode. Okay. Use my OBS to switch back to window. Okay, and I can see my mouse now. Okay. That's interesting. So keep that in mind if you're playing. If you go into full screen mode, you might lose your mouse. Let's get started. Like I said, I don't usually do visual novels, but this one just was instantly like I want to play. Greeting employees, current registered member of the crew, Larry, he, him. Oh, type in your name for the console. Okay, I'm crew. Part of regular protocol, please enter your first name. To log into the ship's system, you have entered Crow. Is that correct? Yes. And pronouns! Oh, I love that. Please enter your pronouns such as subject, object. She, her. Are these pronouns correct? Yes. This is how you play Lethal Company too, or parts of it. Please register your favorite enemy. Oh. Favored enemy. Your favorite enemy. Bracken. Because we want to kiss him. Is that correct? Good choice. Type yes. Oh, I wanted to go yes! Exclamation mark. Happy Thursday, everybody. Day one. I was hoping for a fresh start, but I'm just in debt. Yeah, that's me. I sighed as I jumped off the side of a rickety ship, boots kicking up a flurry of dust. Do I click? Another day. 2 undergrad degrees, 1 postgraduate, and a whole year's worth of rejection emails. This is the best I can get. A rundown job doing God knows what in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in a desperate attempt to pay off my student debt. This is too real. Also, what you guys can't see behind my PNG tuber is just save, quick load. So we can do the save before choices. I collect scrap, drop it off, receive payment, rinse and repeat. Sign, I unlock my phone to check my main group chat. It's my only solace keeping me going in this monotony. Sorry, I can't read. Just kind of sad now that I think about it. Affectionately named the Hot Monster Simp Chat. Ayo. They asked me to keep them updated during my assignment on this new moon. I scroll through the chat and peruse the usual flood of way too sexy monster pics before typing out a response. Ayo, landed safely. I immediately get pinged back from Ori. Of course, she would be the one to reply the quickest. If you see any hot monsters, kiss them. I laugh and type out a response. This isn't fantasy stuff. Like Merheus Hora from Elder Papyrus. I don't want to die. Another friend responds with a fake crying gif. Chuckling to myself, I lock my phone and stash it in my pocket, turning to my teammate. What's the status? Hey, Larry. Larry turns and brandishes his clipboard. We haven't worked together before, but people back at HQ says he's easy to get along with, which rings true so far. Plus, he's a great navigator and has experience with the freakish weather patterns common on alien moons. Everything looks good. The weather shouldn't be too bad for the duration we're here. Although by my calculations, there's an 88% chance of a storm happening tomorrow morning. Oh, should we set the shields up? Nah, let's do that later. We can grab some scrap inside and then set it up when the sun isn't so harsh. Nodding, I strapped on the essentials, a flashlight and a walkie-talkie. When they're secure across my shoulders, I grab a shovel. Thanks, Larry. Luckily, we shouldn't be here too long. The quota isn't much this time. Larry nods and gathers up his flashlight and shovel before jumping off the side of the ship, kicking up dust as he lands. I follow, looking up towards the looming building ahead. Experimentation, an abandoned moon that once held life. Not very dangerous compared to the likes of other moons, like Dyne or Titan. I turn to Larry. We should be careful. Always am. Larry's such a bro. I bet you he's gonna be my wingman. I huff as I staggered back towards the door, holding a large crate of bottles and a bolt, my shovel balanced precautiously on top. I hold my cargo over to the edge, dumping it onto the dusty ground below, before descending and talking into my walkie-talkie. Larry, I'm carrying stuff back to the ship. I'll hop on the terminal for a bit after. Okie dokie, pineapple pokey. Oh, we got the toilet. Hi, Dan. Welcome in. Back on the ship, I organize the current loot we have and do a quick scan. 80 credits. Not bad for the first haul of the day. While I'm there, I jump onto the terminal, bringing up the monitor to check Larry's location. Nothing around you at the moment, Larry. Keep my eye on his little dot walking around in the dark. Then I see it. Larry! Be careful, something vented in an adjacent hallway. Shit, my flashlight's about to die. I can guide you, just be quick, okay? Oh, okay. You can get me out, right? Yeah, I can do this. I watch the red bleep on the map slowly advance towards Larry. Approach it on your 6, hurry! I watch the monitor as Larry turns around and whatever is coming up behind him freezes in place. Larry, are you okay? Oh, fuck. I think I'm done for. What is it? My voice shakes. New creature data sent to the terminal. It isn't moving. I've scanned it. My fingers fly across the keyboard, bringing up the file. I quickly skim the file. Vercolaris, or colloquially named Coilhead. Oh shit. Have not been studied extensively due to extreme unpredictability. Just stare at them or use a stun grenade. I think if you keep your eyes on it, it won't move. What? Like some weeping angel bullshit? Yeah, hey, it'll be okay. I can see you on the monitor, remember? I'll guide you out. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. I'm sorry for yelling. No, that's okay. You're all good. Go straight backwards, keep your hand on the wall, and take the first right. I need to get Larry out of there. Larry staggers backwards, slowly rounding the corner. The coil head springs forward at breakneck speeds before freezing once it's in the line of sight. I know. I'll get you out, I promise. Several more instructions and words of comfort later, Larry is almost out of the labyrinth sprawls of the hallways. Suddenly, a second red dot appears from a nearby vent. Larry, something just vented a few hallways down, but we're almost there. Just keep moving. Dots rush towards Larry. I need you to walk faster. You're just 2 turns away. Larry's speeds pick up. The second dot makes contact. 3 things happen. I see Larry turn. The coil head rushes towards him. And finally, the walkie-talkie activates. But all I hear is a sickening spring sound. So, what the fudge knuckles is this game? So you know Lethal Company, right, Dan? And you know the monster that can break your neck if you don't, have a gander at him and then look away and gander at him, look away? Yeah, we're gonna go kiss him. But so far our teammates die. Larry, you there? Please say something. Hello? Silence. I shut off the terminal. I couldn't do it. I feel sick. Hours pass and I remain on the floor, slumped over with my head resting on the terminal. Oh! Oh shit. You know of Lethal Company, but not about it. Oh, so Lethal Company is this great game you can play with your friends, where it's set in the future, and you guys are at kind of like a rundown job where you have to collect scrap, and basically in a set of 3 days. So you go on to these abandoned moons, sorry, and over a set of 3 days, you have a quota you have to meet. And so it's just like you run around in these abandoned buildings collecting scrap and whatever you can find, and there tend to be monsters. One being the Bracken, which is who we're trying to kiss. We just had Coilhead kill our buddy Larry. And then there's a whole bunch of other monsters. And so you land on these moons in the morning, and as the day goes on while you're on the moon, more and more monsters spring up. So it's dangerous to stay longer, but if you want to meet quota, you have to stay longer. And if you don't meet quota, you get fired, which is basically get fired into space and suffocate and die. So it's like not a win-win situation either way. Anyways, so uh should we grab a remaining cargo or let autopilot take us? I'm gonna try remaining cargo. I should grab the items at the entrance. Slowly make my way to the front door at experimentation site building. Every step of the ladder is an ordeal as I heave my sluggish body up the rungs, drag my feet across the dirt before pushing the door open with a loud creak. I gather the items left at the entrance, my muscles achy and slow with fatigue, laser pointer, a crystal, and a jar of pickles. What was that? I look up and make eye contact with a dark shape looming in the corner, watching me. Oh, and there's our Bracken. I fly into a panic, scrambling back against the door as it steps into view. Tall, humanoid, and dark in color with glowing white eyes. Several leaf-like structures protrude from its back. Its eyes widen and it takes a step forward. I need to distract it. My fingers grasp the crystal and toss it at the creature. It falls short, landing at its feet. Do all future jobs now go via VGen? Yes, I would prefer that so I can get partnership from that. But if people are hesitant about doing VGen and rather do Ko-Fi, I can do Ko-Fi. Hi, Dutchfish! Just dropping in to say hope you enjoy the game. I don't want to get spoiled, so I'll zoomy to do workout now. Have a good workout. And yeah, Dutchfish, if you play this game, you gotta come talk to me about it after. It falls short, landing at its feet. It stops staring at the gem as it skids to its feet with a clattering sound. I take the chance to escape through the front door and sprint back to the ship. I don't sleep well that night. Day 2. Do you love the Bracken and its 2-hit multi-attacks? I suddenly awoke by a horrific sound of the aircraft shuddering. It creaks loudly as the metal plating is barely holding together. The storm! In my state last night, I forgot to set up protective shields. Shit! The ship rattles as the storm batters the metal exterior. I hear something tearing and landing on the ground with a heavy thud. I have no choice but to wait till the storm subsides. I bunker down in my cot. I wrap myself in my blanket The wind tears at the ship's exterior. The entire ship cracks and shakes. Pebbles make horrific clanging sounds against the sheet metals. I check my phone to see if I can at least talk to my friends in the Hot Monster Simp chat. No signal. Great. I cover my ears, close my eyes, and wait. Whichever claims me first, sleep or the storm, it can find me here. I don't have anything now. I just saw you had a link for VGen. Yeah! Yeah, so VGen is a really good site to go for commissioning artists. And it just has a really nice setup for it. And it's well known enough that people accredit it. So that's why I'm working more with VGen rather than Ko-Fi. Although Ko-Fi will still be around. Several hours pass. After checking to make sure the weather is safe, I head outside to assess the damage. Well, shit. The ship is battered, the satellite on top is torn clear off and upside down in the dirt. There's a dark, black, vicious liquid draining out of the fuel tank. I rush inside to check the terminal, comms, and autopilot. Offline flashes on the screen in bold red letters. Damn it! I slap the terminal in frustration. Immediate regret sets in, and I cradle my hand. I need to find some way to repair the ship, or... I don't want to think about that or. Maybe I can find something usable inside the building. I'm not too worried about food, given that there's a water source and some edible flora and fauna on the planet. I'm more worried about what lurks inside the building. But given that Larry and I were the only two on this assignment and Larry's gone, I have no choice but to face whatever is in there. Alone. I spend the first part of my day inside the building, sticking close to the front exit and fire escapes. At least if anything comes for me, I have the chance of bolting. I avoid the labyrinth of the hallways for now, but something feels strange, like something is watching me. I know it can't be Larry, but I don't want to think of it being anything else. I'm just paranoid. It's understandable after what happened yesterday. There's nothing there. I mutter to myself, hell-bent on deluding myself so that I can keep it together. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing. Head back the way I came and stop. There's something on the floor. Bolt sits on the ground alongside a laser pointer. Huh. I don't remember seeing these. I must have missed them or dropped them. So tired, I just didn't realize, I guess. I pick up the items and head to the front door, depositing them outside before re-entering the building. Looks like I clear the front area. It seems like it's time to go further in. The bolts are useful. Sheet metal too. So if I can find more, maybe I can make some repairs. I flick on my flashlight, grip my shovel, and step into the labyrinth of the hallways. I'd made sure to open the necessary blast doors beforehand, so it was easy to move around. An hour passes dully, and I sigh as I stumble over my sixth key. Can't I just get something useful? That's when I hear it. The shrill creak of rusty hinges as a vent opens. I turn around and bolt towards what I desperately hope is the exit. It's not. Where is the exit? Where is it? Fuck. I turn down corridor after corridor, the echo of my footsteps far too loud. A chill grips my spine when I realize it's not just my footsteps thundering down the hall. I turn. Oh, a horrific twang fills my ears, and I stare into the worst thing imaginable. Why is it posed like that? I'm just gonna say that's not what Coilhead looks like, but it is also what Coilhead looks like, and that's hilarious. The pale body, unnaturally stiff arms, and a large coil topped with a bandaged up mannequin head. Fuck. It came right to me. Coilhead that killed Larry towered over me, his head bobbing menacingly. And there goes my flashlight. Oh, ah. As if fate was written to laugh at me, my flashlight flickers before going out. I'm fucked. I'm going to die on some distant moon, working a shitty job that pays peanuts without even making a dent in my ever-growing student debt. I'll never get to talk about how mitochondria from Wyvern Orb Z is hot with Ori and Tube ever again. We have a simp chat about monsters. Help! I can barely get my voice above a whisper. Not that it would matter. There's no one to hear me, no one to help me, even if I could be heard. I whimper and take a step back, my hand shaking as it traced the rough brick. Step by step, I move backwards, trying desperately to remember the way back. My fingertips scrape against the wall in desperation, and my eyes focus on the creature in the darkness. But the further I get, the less sure I am that I'm squinting at anything. I can't see anything. I round the corner. Bam! The coil head appears in my line of sight at breakneck speed. The sound makes me jump. I start crying. The sound of the spring bounces off the wall aggressively. I can't do this. I'm done. I can't even say goodbye to my family or friends. Take another step and stumble backwards, falling. I close my eyes. I hear a loud crunch and my eyes fly open. The coil head hasn't made it to me. Something is keeping it at bay. Oh my. An aggressive growl reverberates off the walls, and gradually I make out the outline of a tall black humanoid gripping the coil head, its claws raking down the creature with a sickening tear. The other monster that I saw yesterday, the one I tossed loot at. I stare at the scene, unmoving and dumbfounded. The creature crushes the coil head's arms in its strong grip. I watch in fascination as the leafy tendrils on its back straighten into blades. They extend, surging around the coil head, and then stab into it. I don't dare to breathe. Maybe it doesn't see me. The dull spring sound followed by a thump, making my eyes bulge. The creature ripped the coil head's head off. A hissing sound fills the air as the coil head's body behind shudders and crackles, emitting flames and a strange gas. Now's my chance! I attempt to scramble to my feet, wincing as a sharp pain shoots up my ankle. Fuck, I must have heard it when I fell. Start dragging myself forward, terrified. Just need to get far enough away so that The world flipped upside down. My feet no longer touched the ground. Strong arms cradled me as my surroundings pass in a blur. Whatever has me, we're running from the exploding coil head. When I open my eyes again, I am back at the entrance. I'm placed gently on the ground, my back resting against the exit door. The leaf-adorned creature crouches over me, looking almost concerned. Is it wrong to kiss a Bracken? What? Why are there petals? I'm trembling. I don't know what this creature is. Is it purring? Hi. It shifts closer and my eyes widen. I don't want to hurt it. And I hold still and stay calm. I stay frozen, maintaining eye contact as it gently trills, its claw coming up to slowly grip my chin, turning my head from one side to another. Are you checking if I'm hurt? It pauses and purrs as if to say yes. This means yes. I demonstrate by nodding my head and then shaking it, and this one means no. I watch as it makes a soft, inquisitive sound before pointing to me and nodding tentatively. Oh, thank you. It chirps. I try to stand, but my ankles still hurt. I yelp as it gathers me into its arm again. I feel so embarrassed playing this. Hey, you don't have to. Sunlight hits my face as it opens the door and walks outside. Realization that the monster could and can go outside does not make me feel any better. I curl up and lean my head against his chest as it steps over to the ledge. It emits a worried trill before cradling me closer. Then it jumps off the ledge, landing with a thud. The sound that escapes me is somewhere between a gasp and a gargle scream. Gods, warn me next time. It rumbles apologetically, one of its claws softly rubbing back and forth on my skin. Maybe it shouldn't be soothing, but it is. The creature walks towards the ship, stepping onto the ledge without using the ladder. It sets me down on my sleeping cot before standing back up. Oh, now that I get a good look at it, it's quite big. I look down. Everywhere. Oh, God. I mean, everywhere. I flush and look away from the substantial bulge. The group chat would have had a field day. I can almost hear Ori screeching. If only the hot monster simp chat could see this now. The creature cocks its head. Oh, it's nothing. She's talking to... Hi, welcome in, Raiders. Let me do your shout out so you don't do it for yourself. We just talked about a very large bulge. You guys just missed that. You were playing Call of the Lamb? What? I really love that game. I want to play the new update. But I wasn't going to do it. I assumed today would be all bulge talk. I mean, we just had the Bracken save us from a coil head, so but yeah, I'm sure the raiders who came in know me, so I won't do my whole spiel, but just so you guys know, this game is called Is It Wrong to Kiss a Bracken? It's a game created by one of my favorite creators, Hello Yini. And so far it's fun. I don't usually play visual novels, but this one caught my eye and I really wanted to. But how was your stream? How are you feeling, Carrie? Also, so you guys know, my character, Pro, of course it's me, has a group chat with friends called Monster Simp Chat, and I'm like, mood. I had to force myself to end after 4.5 hours. You were really enjoying it. I mean, Call of the Lamb is so freaking good. I'm just standing up. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. Call of the Lamb is actually one of the games I have downloaded on my PC. Just for, like, if I don't know what to play, I'll just play that. I don't know, and if I don't have 4 full hours, that's okay. I might go short today. Anyways. Oh, it's nothing. Just talking to myself. Its shoulders relax. So, I don't mean to be rude, but what are you? The creature perks up, confused. Give me a moment. I step over to the terminal and check the data bank. The bestiary still works. Okay, hold still. Creature stands straighter and doesn't move, and I chuckle. You're kind of cute. I bring up the scanner up. It stiffens and pulls back. Its stance becomes defensive. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I should have warned you. I lower the scanner. It won't hurt you, I promise. It'll just help me know what to call you. Creature relaxes a little. I activate the scanner and it blips. New creature data sent to the terminal. A Bracken. So you're her plant? Wait, I'm not getting all the information on here. Danger level 70%. It nods, a little leaf on its head bobbing. I didn't know Bracken were plant-like. Exhibits high aggression even when unprovoked. You don't seem very aggressive. Let's have a soft rumble. I guess you're different than most. Thank you for saving me, by the way. Stretched out my hand and it looks at me confused. Embarrassed, I withdraw my hand. I shuffled awkwardly for a moment before a yawn escapes me. I'm exhausted. Today was a lot. For the third time today, the Bracken scoops me up into its arms. Hey! It deposits me back onto the sleeping cot, this time pulling the blankets over me, including my head. I laugh. I appreciate it, but blankets usually don't go over the head. It wraps its arms around itself. Is that a blush? But really, thank you. I smile with gratitude and watch the color deepen. Almost definitely a blush then. It awkwardly shuffles out of the ship, nodding quickly before turning and heading back to the building. I listen to the howl from the eyeless dogs abruptly quiet as the Bracken emits an aggressive growl. I am blah 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 blah. The blast doors shut, and I settle into a deep sleep. Day 3. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Do, 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 do. I wake up to the squawking of the manticoils outside and sit up, stretching my arms. Wow, I slept well. Quickly brush my teeth, grab a granola bar, and chug some water. I'm going to need more sheet metal today if I'm going to repair the ship. I open the blast doors, shielding my eyes from the harsh sun. Grabbing my flashlight and shovel, I step out onto the metal platform. As I trudge over to the ladder, I spot the Bracken from yesterday sitting on the edge of that platform. I wave at it and chuckle as it stares back, confused. I don't suppose it knows human greetings. I quickly ascend the ladder and jog over to the tall, black cryptid. I can't help but relish the soft grumbles it emits as a greeting. Are you waiting for me? A soft rumble tells me the answer is a yes. I smile. I head inside the building and, to my surprise, it follows behind me. First hour is spent gathering scrap in complete peace. No monster approaches us, and the Bracken even points out scrap to me or brings me items on its own. You're like a cute guard dog. I laugh, and the Bracken emits a soft, happy rumble. I take a step forward, but my foot catches on something sticky. I fall straight into a giant spider web. I try to break free, but I get more tangled. Hairs on the back of my neck stand as I hear a gross skittering sound. A giant spider appears from the hallway and barrels towards me. So if you guys don't know, Lethal Company has arachnid toggle that if you have arachnophobia, it just turns a spider into the word spider rather than seeing a spider. I don't have arachnophobia, so I don't usually use it, but it's hilarious to see. I freeze. Fortunately, I told the company that I have arachnophobia before I started. I scream anyways. Doesn't even get close. I hear a sickening rip and squelch as the bracken launches itself forward, bringing its foot down to stomp into the spider's head. Its clawed hands hold on to on one of the spider's severed legs in its grip. The spider screeches for shriveling into itself. Bracken returns quickly, eyes furrowed in concern as it gently cuts me from the web with its sharp talons. This is the second time you've saved me. What would I do without you? I laugh weakly as the bracken gently grips my shoulders, leaning down to my eye level and chirping. Die, I suppose. I'm okay because of you. Hug. Oh, do we want to reassure? So there's several pathways. There's a platonic, a romantic, and a spicy pathway. Hey, I yelled at you about something I'm happy I saw on Twitter, but it's not important. No need to see notifications. If it's about the Final Fantasy VII and Sea of Star thing, I saw that this morning. And I agree with you and Yang on that. If it's something else, then I'll check it out after, like you said. But, okay, so, because there's 3 different pathways, we're gonna go for the romantic. I hear a soft, anxious sound emitting from the bracken's chest. His body trembles as his claws gently reach for me. Hey! It whines and steps closer, looking down over me. I move closer, wrapping my arms around its middle as it stiffens. Hey, it's okay. I'm okay, see? It steadies as one of its arms wraps around my waist, tugging me close to its body. I feel the gentle press of its claws cradle the back of my head as it nuzzles my hair. Nothing happened, because you were here to protect me, remember? I feel it nod and press me impossibly close. She's keeping the spicy stuff for off stream when she sets her stream to private. 100%. Y'all ain't gonna see me play spicy games. I rub gentle circles against his back with my hands. Thank you for keeping me safe. It stops trembling, emitting a soft purr instead. After a while, I untangle myself from its arms, giving its hand a soft squeeze. I move to pick up my scattered items, and I watch it heap a bunch of scrap into its large arms. I think I'll head back early for today. Could you give me a hand? It nods enthusiastically. We head back to the exit to grab the rest of our scrap. A little later, we drop off the last of the scrap on the ship. The Bracken gently places down several V8 engines it was carrying on its own. Having you around has been a great help. Its soft thrills make me smile, and the creature bends down for me to pat its head gently. It's only 4 p.m., so we got some time before things get scary. Points to itself, a low growl emitting loudly enough that I can feel it buzz through the air from its place beside me. Are you saying I'm safe with you around? A soft rumble and a tentative nod. I don't doubt it, but we should be careful nonetheless. Oh, that reminds me. It had nodded. It was communicating. Let me teach you some of the greetings and stuff. The creature leans back slightly, turning its body towards me inquisitively. Come along, we'll sit somewhere a little nicer. I motion the Bracken over as I exit the ship, climbing the nearby ladder to the top of the water tank. As I sit on the edge, facing the sun and letting the warm rays bask us in a golden glow, the Bracken plops itself down next to me, a pleasant sound rolling from its chest. Okay, so this means maybe. Spend the next hour or so teaching it different greetings and gestures. So waving is how we say hello, but it's also how we say goodbye. I explain while demonstrating the movement, and laugh as it mimics my action. You already know what nodding and shaking your head means. What else can I teach you? So thumbs up is platonic, but high five, totally romantic. Oh, high-fiving! It's a show of friendship and victory. I hold its hand up and gently clasp mine against it. See? I hold my hand up again, and this time it reaches forward, but instead of a quick tap, it intertwines our fingers together and leans closer. Its body draws closer to mine. That, that means something different. My face feels hot. Doesn't let go. Uh, it leans in closer, bringing its face to my eye level. Gods, it's really cute. Might even be better than the brain flare from Baldur's Gate 3. I jump a little as its free arm wraps around me, hand pressing against the small of my back. Presses our foreheads together, and a hum reverberates quietly from its chest. Here, let me bring both my hands up to cradle its face gently, before pressing my lips to its mouth. Whoa! We just fucking went for it! Is it wrong to kiss your Bracken? Who knows? I fucking did it. A thumb up is a touchless, a high five leaves no room for Jesus between the hands before romantic. That's true. This is how you show you like someone, as more than a friend. Bracken emits a high-pitched sound again before it surges forward, brushing against my lips again. Pulls me closer, one of its hands gently gripping my shoulder. My hands slides down its shoulder and then down over the corded muscles of its stroke kit's forearms. We stay there for a while, kissing in the warmth of the setting sun. I'm like blushing. It's getting dark. Bracken nods before pointing at me, then at the ship. I should, but hanging out with you is fun. I hear a soft rumble as the Bracken tugs my sleeves, motioning to the setting sun and then back to the ship. Yeah, I know. I should get back. Gets dicey at night. It sadly nods. I'll see you tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I stand and stretch my limbs before climbing down the ladder and heading back to the ship. I watch the Bracken, wondering if it will follow me, but it instead walks towards the building. It waves, and the movement is a little awkward, unsure. Good night. I wave back as it walks inside the building. Back inside the ship, I seal the blast doors and step outside of my suit. Yes, you're right. I should stand and stretch. Especially since my back is tight from last night. Ooh, head rush. I slept a little awkward. Thank you for the care package, Carrie. Alright. Here. We can do the Cairo stretch while we're reading. Back inside the ship, I seal the blast doors and step out of my suit. I eat a couple of granola bars before showering and brushing my teeth, flopping straight into my cot right after. Yeah, I took it away. I actually haven't eaten. I totally forgot about that. I'll go get something soon. I slept in today. I still don't have a signal yet, so I can't inform the Hot Monster Simp chat about my makeout session with a strangely hot monster I'm acquainted with on on this distant planet. I gotta inform my friends. Thinking about the bracken again, I blush and trace my lips with my fingers. This is wild. At night, I dreamt of soft kisses, claws gently holding me, and a cute 7-foot tall plant monster. Day 4. Am I delusional, or can I really be happy in this new world? I saw you were up really early liking my reply, so I assume you had trouble sleeping. I did wake up at 6 a.m., but I ended up falling back to sleep for about an hour more. I thought I was going to be up at 6 a.m., but thankfully I ended up napping. A gentle knock rouses me from my slumber. As I sit up, I realize it's faint, thunking noises rapping against the ship blast doors. I drag myself over and open the blast doors. Instead of the sun hitting my face, I'm swallowed by a large shadow of the bracken, bending down to fit into the frame of the door, and one claw hand grasping the top edge of it. Hot. Just like, let me drink some water. Hi, couldn't wait for me to show up, huh? The bracken nods, the movement a little more sure and practiced than yesterday. It ducks slightly and steps into the ship. Makes an inquisitive sound. Huh. I'm not sure what to do today. I guess we could take a day off work and just hang out here. An affirmative purr makes me laugh. It's been a while since I've taken a day off. Come to think of it, I haven't explored this planet much. Want to check it out? An affirmative chirp greets my ear. We set off to explore the buildings surrounding. I point out the manticoils, watching them skate around oddly with their wings spread out. The bracken chases off a baboon hawk as it gets too close, and I laugh as the offending creature bounds away, squawking. We even come across several random giant pumpkins just sitting there. Huh. So it's exactly like the pumpkins on Earth, just huge. I cut a wedge into the pumpkin and stash it in my bag. I can roast pumpkin for dinner tonight. Wait, do you eat? Watch the bracken cock its head to the side and shrug. I mean, if you're a plant, you photosynthesize, I guess. It shrugs again. Well, I still need to eat, so I'm cooking this tonight. Makes a soft chortling sound, his shoulders shaking again. Are you laughing at me? It nods, but I can't help but laugh too. I'll have you know, eating food, although annoying, is a great time. You can make so many wonderful dishes. It rolls its eyes as if it's telling me that I'm the one with the skill issue. You're getting cheeky, aren't you? I yelp as it pokes me in the side. After a couple of hours of exploring, including checking out a random house that looked like it spawned out of thin air, we headed back to the ship. Alright, let's get this party started. We're having a romantic dinner, oh my. We head inside the ship, and I busy myself with seasoning and roasting the pumpkin. The Bracken stands there awkwardly before coming over to see what I'm doing. You can make yourself at home, you know. Have a look around. Wraps its arms around my waist, instead holding me close. I blush. The scene is oddly domestic, and I'm surprised at how much I like it. I wonder if we could stay like this forever. Press myself back into his chest as it bends over to rest its chin on my head. And then we sit at the little table and chat while I eat. Pokes fun at me now and then. Yeah, you can just stand in the sun for sustenance. It makes a little chortling sound again. You're lucky you're cute. I don't let anyone tease me like this. I swear it's beaming with happiness. I finish up eating and wash the dishes, my thoughts constantly drawing back to the hot monster inside my ship. I know we're talking about hot monsters, but where does she wash her dish? Is it in the toilet? Are we washing our dish in the toilet? How would a relationship between us work, anyways? I mutter quietly to myself as I dry the dish and put them away. My eyes flickered to the terminal in the corner of the ship. Wiping my hands on a small towel, I shuffle over to the machine. Tapping on the keys, I bring up the Bracken file on the bestiary again and scroll through. So... So does it fuck? I like it. Oh my god. Why am I even looking this up? The Bracken is a highly intelligent plant life form. No scientist has observed more than one Bracken living in the same space at any one time. It is unknown how it reproduces. I feel like I'm being intrusive. A soft twinkling sound comes from over my shoulder, and I turn only to be face to face with the very monster I'm thinking of horizontally dangling with. I fly back and bump my head on the terminal. The pain bursts across my skull. Ow! I feel its clawed hand cradle my face, and my eyes stare into concerned white ones. I'm okay. You just startled me is all. It whimpers. Hot. Does it whimper while focus? Wait. Don't be sad. She's good. I'm not mad. I was just lost in thought. Bracken looks up at me, wringing its claw hands together nervously. I step forward and take its hand in mine. Seriously, don't worry. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? A startled squeak escapes me when it leans down, engulfing me in a hug. It rubs its cheek against mine, kissing me on the forehead. You're a lot more affectionate now. I mean, we did make out with it yesterday. Not a bad thing, It's my turn to blush as it gently rubs its mouth along my hand, kissing each finger. My breath catches. You learn fast. Where is he learning this from? It chirps before backing away, moving to stand at its full height, looking curiously around the room. It makes the space inside the ship look smaller. It walks over to the terminal, pressing a button curiously. I watch it move over to the hanging LED lights against the wall, poking at one with its clawed finger. Those are some lights I got to make the place look a little more cozier. They're not much, but they make it feel more at home. Bracken nods, and its eyes widen curiously as it spies the blue boombox resting on the floor. Oh, this one is a boombox. I move to press the button. The music fills the ship. It plays fun tunes like this, and you can dance to it. The Bracken tilts its head. Do you know how to dance? It shakes its head. Here, like this. I start to bend my knees, doing a little quarter squat before pushing my palms out and retracting them one by one in time with the music. I try to imagine what dance she's doing. I'm not very good at dancing, but as long as you're having fun, I'd say that's what matters. I change my hand movements into fists, moving them up and down. The Bracken... Oh, it's doing Lethal Company dances, I get it. The Bracken clumsily copies my movements, moving its arms stiffly. There you go! I move forward and take the Bracken's hands, resuming the dance with our fingers intertwined. I laugh as we dance together, the Bracken getting more used to the movements the more time passes. I teach it to twirl, and we attempt the world's worst waltz, even mockingly bowing to one another at the end. We dance late into the night, eventually squeezing into the tiny cot together and falling asleep. Hoo hoo hoo. Good night. I really enjoyed today. It cuddles closer. A clawed hand strokes down my back, gently dipping under the hem of my pajamas to trace the bare skin. For the first time since arriving here, I don't need the heater. My god. Day 5. Why do I feel like I'm in an anime? Give me a second to drink. I'm like blushing playing this game. Alright. We walk over to the building, my hands shielding my eyes from the harsh morning sun. It's so fucking hot. I run to the shade, ducking into it. The relief it provides is nearly as much as I hoped. The bracken, on the other hand, doesn't seem to mind the heat at all. Bracken stands in the sun, happily basking in its rays. It motions me over, and I push off the walls, reluctantly joining it under the oppressive heat once more. I reach up and hug the bracken before pulling back and placing both my hands on its face. Balancing on my tiptoes, I guide the creature down for a kiss. It seems all too happy to oblige me. As I run my hands along the sides of its face, I notice a few tiny white blossoms on the top of its shoulders. Come to think of it, its whole body looks a little more greenish than before. You've been in the sun more lately, haven't you? The bracken nods, the small leaf tendrils on its head bobbing up and down. It's adorable. Pepper. I stifle a laugh and gently poke one of its little blossoms growing on its shoulder. It suits you. A happy rumble reverberates from it, and we head out to collect scrap for the day. We spend a few hours collecting cheap metals, bolts, and scraps. We even find a few cans of unopened soda. As time goes by, however, I find my mood sinking lower and lower. Why am I even doing this anymore? There's not much else waiting for me back there, save for a shitty job with a shitty pay and a whole fuck ton of shitty debt. Do I even want to leave anymore? Is there much point in collecting stuff to try and fix the satellite so I can send a signal to the company? I look up, prompted by a soft whine. Bracken is watching me, concerned. I'm okay, just thinking. It tugs my sleeves and cocks its head, gently patting my head before picking up all the scrap, carrying it to the exit. I follow along curious. We arrive at the ship, and it dumps the scrap into a little pile. Bracken then turns to me, holds up one finger. One? Nods and then points to us both, and then the ship. Hang out in the ship? Affirmative chirp. But then it holds up 2 fingers. 2? Another nod, and this time it points once again to the both of us before pointing back at the building and then back at itself. Hang out in your room? It's nod, pleased with its communication ability. We're going to the Bracken room. Let's fucking go. I guess we could go to yours. I don't think I've seen it before. It grabs some items from the ship before we head back inside the building. We walk through the hallways without much trouble and eventually enter a large room with beige walls. Oh, right. Yeah, so the Bracken does actually have a room in the game. And it looks like a weird corporate room. Like this. But it's usually just bare. So, this is where you sleep? The Bracken nods. I look around. There's a pile of blankets in the corner and... Are those my lights? I see the fairy lights from my ship. They're not plugged in, but laying on the floor, carefully arranged. I watch the Bracken wringing its hands together before it reaches a hand forward, gently stroking my face, and then bringing my hand to their heart. Did you...
Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
Hey, Emma Watson, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Did you do this to make me feel at home here? Those are some lights I got to make the place look a little cozier. They're not much, but they make it feel more at home. I am doing great. I'm having fun playing this game. Warning, this is a very 18 plus game. If you're not 18 plus, shouldn't be here. But we're seeing if we can kiss the Bracken from Lethal Company. But I hope you're doing well as well. It nods. You're so wonderful, you know that. It chirps happily. I sit on the pile of blankets, beckoning it over to join me. I have an idea. The Bracken cocks its head as I move to lie on the blanket, reaching into my bag for the 2 books I brought along. Crab, is it wrong to have a meet cute in the dungeon? Safe for work romance? Working on a project and I thought I should take a break and I am here. Oh, that's good. It's always good to take a bunch of breaks. My God, Crow, I need to tell you something very funny in like 5 minutes in chat, not DMs. Okay. Okay, so this is my worry. Is this going to be too NSFW for Twitch? Should I go for the safe for work romance? I mean, we want to bang the Bracken, but yeah, okay, yeah. Let's go safe for work to be safe. Let's read something. Hold up the book titled "Is It Wrong to Have a Meet Cute in the Dungeon?" My friend back home told me it was a good read, and they gifted it to me before I came here. Something about it suiting me, or whatever. The Bracken sits next to me, curiously eyeing the comic in my hands. I open the page as we read together. First chapter shows a novice adventurer entering a dungeon on their own. They're clearly not well equipped for the upcoming adventure. As they make their way through, they encounter a monster that looks much too strong. Good choice, Carrie, for doing the safe for work one. This was like when you and I first met. The Bracken rumbles an affirmation. I turn the page and watch as the main character attempts to fight the monster before giving up and flirting? Do you stream daily? I stream every day except for Tuesdays and Fridays. And we don't generally do visual novels. We're doing this for Valentine's Day, and also because I really love this creator of this game. I wanted to support them, and yeah, this game caught my eye. I turn the page and watch as the main character, into flirting. This is so silly. Clawed finger turns the page. You seem to like this. Bracken shrugs and looks at the image in the book. Shows the monster blushing and flirting back, while the other more seasoned adventurers look on in shock. So that's why you like it. We spend the next few minutes reading the book, finishing a couple more chapters before discarding it to the side, wanting to do something else. I reach over shyly, intertwining our fingers together and rubbing my thumb in little circles on the skin. We do a whole variety game, a lot of retros. We've been doing, revisiting a lot of Legend of Zeldas lately. We just did A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds. We're going to be starting Final Fantasy VII, the classic game, not the newest one, since the new Rebirth is coming out on the 29th. We also play Final Fantasy 14 sometimes, with my sister. Monster Hunter World, which we're playing with Carrie, who's my mod. But we're going to be coming back with Pokemon, so I play Pokemon games. Just a lot of, like, I would say mainstream games. I like to stick more to the classics, but I'm kind of all over the place. I'm more like doing cozy vibes. So it's not too like crazy and screaming in here. Carrie, who's your mom? Yeah, Carrie's my mom. Hi, Keppa. How are you? It's not me speaking funny because I've been talking nonstop for an hour. You're awake? That's a good start. No, ban Naka. Have you tried Pal World? No, I haven't. I wanted to keep away from Pal World for now, just because of the controversy. And also I don't really have the much money. Also, Naka is not 17. Naka's a fucking liar. And for those who don't know, Naka's my in real life roommate. I reach over shyly, intertwining our fingers together, rub my thumb in little circles on its skin. It looks down at our hands inquisitively before shuffling closer, placing both of our hands on its lap. Skin is cool to the touch, the texture similar to a soft, waxy surface of leaves. You know, the last few days have been really great. The Bracken turns to face me. I was so tired all the time. I thought getting more education would help me find a better job, but it didn't, and I resented working here. But not anymore because I met you. Yeah, we beat Infinite Fusion. We moved on to Johto, and we technically died right near the end. But Johto was just extra. Yeah. We died to the triple legendary. We were not prepared. It wrapped an arm around my shoulder, pulling me to rest my head on its chest. We lie back on the blankets. Can I stay here? Bracken huffs as if telling me, why do you even need to ask? Obviously, we need to fix the ship and get the signal back. I can't go radio silent on my own family and friends. I feel it nod. But I'm pretty sure the company doesn't care about me anymore, since there's no way the ship can fly again. The Bracken grabs me with its strong arms, pulling me up until I'm laying on top of it, wrapping me in a tight hug. Do you want me to stay? Again, the same huff. Obviously, it implies. I mean, if you'll have me here, I don't see why not. Okay, I just had a thought. They get into a messy, like, relationship and then break up and he just snaps his head. We beat the Kanto champion and defeated Cynthia, then lost to the Space-Time Trio. Yeah. It's a whole lot of shit. Like, we did basically all of it except for the last little bit. I laugh as I feel it purring excitedly, trying to hide its joy and excitement. I move to kiss the Bracken, pecking it on the mouth. Responds by hugging me tighter, rolling onto his side and cuddling me even closer. You're rather clingy, you know? I didn't say it was a bad thing. I like being close to you. The only concern I have, though, is where we're going to live. I don't want to take you from your home here and ask you to live in the ship, but I also can't move here, or I'll probably die. The Bracken sits up, squeezing my shoulder, reassuringly before it points to the door of its room to imply the monster's in the building and then back to itself, dragging a single talon across its neck. It looks proud. Oh, the funny thing I was waiting to be sure of, I recognized the new chat name from somewhere and didn't quite know where. Thought it might be more regular something, right? Then it hit me. Oh? Ah, okay. Now, where did you learn that? It shrugged, and I laughed. Thank you for handling that, Carrie. I can't ask you to clear out the entire compound. It's dangerous and a lot of work. The Bracken shrugs again before flopping back down to the blankets, looking at me. I'm sure we'll make something work. Since the ship doesn't fly anymore, maybe we can renovate it, make it bigger. Rumbles in agreement. I shuffle closer, cuddling up against the resting my cheek against it. I just let them play for a bit while I look them up on Twitter to be sure. Appreciate it. I reached a hand up to gently squeeze at the Bracken's chest. Oh, we're squeezing its titty. Damn, what size bra do you wear? What? Just... Why did I do that? Ignore me. I looked behind myself when I did that. The Bracken murmurs and wraps an arm around me. I curl into it. Let's go exploring again tomorrow, okay? Chirps softly before kissing my forehead. I sigh happily and close my eyes, drifting to sleep. Keppa, have a good lurk. I feel warm, safe, and happy. Everything is just perfect. I feel like I should save. I haven't saved this whole run. Ending 4, quota filled. Okay, so we got the middle ground ending. 2 months later. Or we got ending 4. How many endings are there? So yeah, we've been really happy ever since. I'm sitting in a group call with the Hot Monster Simp Chat crew, and after some time we managed to restore the signal. So, can you show us the hottie you're in love with? Only if you're okay with it. I motion for the Bracken to come over. He stands in front of the camera, waving awkwardly. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Bracken kneels down to kiss me on the cheek. The group chat explodes with ahs and a single gross. But seriously, we thought you were dead. Everyone on Earth, including your work, thinks you perish. I mean, Tube, we thought she was dead. We even built her a shrine in Infinite Daydream 14. Final Fantasy 14. Nothing like legally dying to get all your debt erased. All according to Kikaku. I whisper to the Bracken. Keikaku means plan. I flash a peace sign as the chat groans. So, you're just staying there? I don't remember the voices I was doing for them. Yeah, I'm much happier here with my love anyways. Plus, the company designated this planet as barren, so I doubt they'd come looking for me. Man, I want to get stranded on a desert planet and meet a hot monster too. Maybe one day. Until then, you've got Narcus from Baldur's Gate 3. Anyways, I gotta go. It's date night. We say our goodbyes and I hang up the call. I sit next to Bracken, who's already has a terminal set to crispy roll instead of crunchy roll. I didn't expect you to be excited when I told you that is it wrong to have a meet cute in the dungeon got animated? I laugh and lean over to kiss the Bracken softly before pressing play. Hey, I love you. The Bracken chirps and taps its claws 3 times against my heart, telling me the same. We kiss again, and then we lean back against the pillows, fingers and claws intertwine as the next episode begins. The end. I was working a shitty job, so I quit and fell in love with a monster, and now our love is the strongest in the world. That was hilariously amazing. I'm glad she translated the Japanese to the English-speaking native alien. Oh my god. So wait, okay. We got there's a I didn't end up saving anything. We have sensor mode on, by the way. Not that we're gonna do the spicy stuff. Well, okay, I wanna see the platonic version. We're gonna zoom through this. Wait, what if I go coil head? You have entered coil head, is that correct? It changed it to the Bracken. Wait. I can't say no. You said you go get food and then get distracted. That's true. Well, then you guys can listen to this song while I go quickly get something to eat. Yes, no? We're good? I love these titles. They're hilarious. Okay. I will be 2 seconds, guys. Alright. I got myself a wrap with peanut butter and honey. We'll munch on that a little bit. uh, okay, so Larry dies. I'm gonna try head home with the autopilot. I'm leaving. Here we go. Picking myself up, I hurried to the autopilot and launched the program. The ship takes off. Excuse me. Riding back to the company building. A few days later, the company wasn't happy with my early return, but seemed placated when I offered some of my own savings to cover the remaining $40. They gave me a warning and bundled me onto another ship with a new crew and a higher quota. I'm scared what will happen if I fail again. I look outside of the windows of the ship, staring at the passing stars, and rest my head against the glass. Is this how it's going to be forever? Ending 1, nothing changes. Boom, speedrun. Okay. I knew that one was just gonna get a straight ending. Uh, let's try the company. I keep switching it to Bracken, okay? Alright. Let's go. Larry dies. Go grab the remaining cargo. Okay. So, what happens? Coilhead comes after us. We freak out. We expect we're gonna die. Bracken saves us. We did this last time. But we're gonna panic and smack it with our shovel. Fear spikes through me. I grab my discarded shovel and swing it hard. It connects through the creature's head with a sickening thud. The metal sound ringing in your ears. The impact knocks it back a little, stunning it. It's no longer purring. I'm gonna fucking die. I hear a terrifying low rumble start before it raises its pitch into an angry screech. No. The screech becomes painful as I cover my ears and wince. A sharp pain surges up my spine. Then nothing. Ending 2. Why did you hit it? And not in a sexy way. Uh-huh. We're speedrunning these endings. Is it really? Oh my god. It's snowing where I live. Alright. Boo boo da boo. We're best buds. It saves me from a spider. Alright, we're gonna be platonic with it. Let me just finish this food in my mouth. Thank you again. I'm alright, see? I step back and spin around with my arms out to the sides. No injuries whatsoever. It rumbles again before standing back to its full height, satisfied knowing I wasn't hurt. Oh, I moved to pick up the scattered items, and I watched it heap a bunch of scraps into its large arms. I I think I'll head back early for today. Could you give me a hand? It nods enthusiastically. We head back to the exit to grab the rest of our scrap. A little later, we drop off the last of our scrap to the ship. Bracken gently places down several V8 engines it was carrying on its own. Having you around has been a great help. I feel like we've read this already. Yeah, we pat its head. It's only 4 p.m. Some stuff we can do before it gets too crazy. Are you saying I'm safe with you around? And it's like, yeah! Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, it was communicating, and then we show stuff. Okay. Wait. So then we take it up to the thing. We're showing it stuff. We're going to show the thumb up. We're going to go platonic route. I stick my thumb up and hold my fist out. This is a thumbs up. It means good. I laugh as the Bracken attempts, its claws awkwardly positioning themselves into a poor mimicry of the gesture. There you go. It rumbles gleefully, its shoulders heaving as it laughs. At least I think it's laughing. It's getting dark. Bracken nods before pointing at me and then the ship. Okay, so this is the usual. He takes me back. I still don't have a signal yet, so I can't inform the hot monster sim chat about my adventures with my strange new friend on this distant planet. I wrap a blanket around myself, excited to hang out with my new friend again tomorrow. I slip into a blissful sleep. Why are you loading? Am I delusional? Can I really be happy in this new world? Yeah, so it's him. We hang out, head inside the ship, and I'm busy myself with seasoning the roasting of the pumpkin. The supply of spices and seasoning are sparing, to put it generously, but I do make do with what's available. It smells good as it cooks, at least. The Bracken stands there awkwardly before coming over to see what I'm doing. You can make yourself at home, you know. Have a look around. It stalks off, opening the red cupboard at the end of the ship, takes out a yellow flashlight, flicking it on and then dropping it in surprise. Not all of us can see in the dark like you. I need a light source. It kicks gently at the flashlight, as if offended that it managed to surprise it. Wow, that was hard to read. The Bracken steps over the flashlight, leaving it where it rolled to a stop on the floor, and then returns to me. Almost done. I'll eat and then we can hang out. Half an hour later, I pull the pumpkin from the oven and place it into a bowl. We sit at the little table and chat while I eat. Pokes fun at me now and then. Yeah. You can just stand in the sun for subsistence. It makes a little chortling sound again. Who would have thought I'd be bantering with a monster friend on some abandoned planet, huh? I say, amused while taking another bite. It shrugs before giving me a thumbs up and pointing at me then itself. Yeah, I'm glad we're friends too. It chirps. After dinner, I wash the dishes before settling on a comfortable spot on the floor. The Bracken sits beside me, huffing a little. Want to see some animals back on Earth? It perks up and nods. I bring out my phone. Even without signals, my photos are still accessible. These are called cats. They belong to my friend's Chobe. I tilted my phone, showing a photo of a small tabby and a chubby orange cat. They're friendly, but if they want to be left alone, they'll scratch and bite. The Bracken shrinks back. Alarm. I lift my hand, showing the tiny scar on my thumb. This was from my friend's tuxedo cat, Puddles. I got a bit too cuddly. I still love them, though. The Bracken tilts its head, confused, maybe even judging a little. Hey, if you met one, you'd understand. It shrugs, then seeming unconvinced. Anyways, this is a lizard, specifically a bearded dragon. They're very sweet and friendly. And this is a dog. We call them man's best friend back on Earth. I bring up countless more animal photos I have stored and regale my monstrous friends with facts and stories. We spend the night like this together until the stars come out. Laughing into the late hours, I eventually get ready for bed, curling up in my cot while the Bracken curls up in the spare blanket near the terminal. Good night. I had fun today. It trills in response. So the differences that happen in that scene is that before it had cuddled me when I was cooking, and then it slept with me that night. But like, we're friends in this route. Something scratches you, you're supposed to eat it, not love it. No! Are you gonna eat Lucy if she scratches you? Okay, so this is stuff we've seen. I gently bump his shoulder with my fist as a greeting. Oh, last time I hugged and kissed it. As I do, I notice a few tiny white blossoms on top of his shoulders. We know that it's been hanging out. Okay, we hang out in the ship platonically. Why don't we chill on my ship? I found Larry Kinter's swap console that we can play Mega Mash Siblings on. Mega Mash Siblings. I'm trying to think what that reference is. Like, all I can think of is Mega Man, but I don't think it's Mega Mash. Unless it's Smash Bros. It's Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. There we go. Teach you how to play. We head inside the ship and I hook up Larry's console to his terminal. I hand the Bracken one of the controllers. So we're basically versing one another. I win the first match in record time while the Bracken simply holds the controller and wait. Okay, so this button is to punch. This lets you move, and if you string different hits together, you get what's called a combo. Hi, Kiro! It grips the controller and points at the Nintendo swap. Nintendo Switch. I can? It nods impatiently. Alright, I'm gonna kick your butt. This reminds me of Bokura, the whole Pokemon thing. There's been so many references in this game. I love it. After a couple matches, we sit in comfortable silence before I speak. You're getting the hang of it, chirps proudly, having gotten a win in the last round. I stare at the controller in my hands, thinking back to my earlier dilemma. Hey, are you cool if I move here? Anxious, my words start to slide together. I'm talking too fast, but I can't seem to stop. It's just, I don't really have much going on back home, and I'm pretty happy here, and then... The Bracken nods. Seriously? You mean it? He nods aggressively this time. Yes, we'll just have to fix the satellite so I can tell my family, but I'll quit my job and we can just forage for food and hang out every day. I've always wanted to say fuck you to capitalism and move somewhere secluded. I flashed the Bracken a double thumbs up, and after a moment of trying to organize its long fingers, it mirrors my gesture back at me. Anyways, let's go again? I hold up the controller. Time to run the set. The Bracken holds its controller and presses start. Ending 3, friends forever. There's the platonic ending. We had the romantic ending, platonic. Oh, 2 months later. So yeah, we've been having a ton of fun since. Sitting in a group call with a Hot Monster Simp chat crew. After some time, we've managed to restore the signal. So, can you show us the hottie you've met? Only if it's okay with it. I motion for the Bracken to come over. He stands in front of the camera, waving awkwardly. I pig it. Don't listen to them. It shrugs and walks back to the boombox, turning on some music. But seriously, we thought you were dead. Everyone on Earth, including your work, thinks you perish. I mean, Tube, we thought she was dead. We even built her a shrine in Finite Daydream 14. Then she left Earth for 27 years and only got found when trying to steal food from the moon. Yeah, no, exactly. Nothing like legally dying to get all your debt erased. All according to Kikaku. Translator note, Keikaku means plan. I flash a peace sign at the chat as the chat groans. So, you're just staying there? Yeah, I'm much happier here anyways. Plus, the company designated this planet as barren, so I doubt they even come looking for me. Oh, it was worse before Kiro. In the romantic pathway, we explained Keikaku to the Bracken. Man, I want to get stranded on a desert planet and meet a hot monster too. Maybe one day. Until then, you got Narcus from Baldur's Gate 3. Anyways, I gotta go. Gotta hang out with the buddy. We say our goodbyes and hang up the call and sit next to the Bracken, who's already has the Nintendo swap set up. I thought you getting tired of getting your ass kicked. The Bracken rolls its eyes and we press play. The end. My friends are my power. So we've seen all the endings. Well, not all the endings. I'm not going to do the spicy one for you guys. We've seen the first one where we just fucking leave after our friend Larry dies. We've seen the second one where we assault the Bracken and he snaps our neck. We've seen the third one, which was the platonic one we just saw. And then we've seen the fourth one, which ends romantically. And then the fifth one we haven't seen because there is spicy content in this game. Which I as much as I want to play it, I do not want to get banned from Twitch, even though in the settings it does have censor mode on. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Besides, you guys should go and play this. This is on itch.io. It is free to play. Do I still have this saved on my clipboard? Yeah. This is the here, I'm gonna expand that. This is the content creator's Twitter account, Hello Yini. They do a lot of visual novels. It's great. You guys should check them out. They also have a link for this on itch.io. And it was really good. I'm definitely going to finish this later. Guys, I know it was a short stream, but I think I might end it here. I'm just very extra tired today, and I think it would be a good day to just like chill. Because I've been doing long streams lately. Here, if we look at the display capture. So this is the game we played. Yeah, 3 rows. Platonic, safe for work romance, which we did, and not safe for work romance. If you want to see schlong around in its all of its glory. There's 6 endings. We've only seen 4 out of 6. So there must be something you can screw up with the NSFW one. Approximately 1 hour of playtime. I didn't actually read this part. Sensor game mode is selected by default, and sensor can be accessed and turned into preference. The full smut route is also very descriptive. We're full fandangling. You've been warned. Yeah, so we streamed this. Shout out to everyone. You can download this on itch.io. Is it wrong to kiss a Bracken? It's not wrong to kiss a Bracken. We kissed a Bracken and we survived. That was so much fun though. I don't usually do visual novels because they get hard on my throat, and doing a bit of a shorter stream today while doing a visual novel was really fun. Here, let's just turn this on. I know who we're gonna raid to because I never get the chance to raid to her. Yeah, I think it's a good rest day. Provided she's still going. She should be. There's some stuff I want to do. Yeah, she's still going. Yeah, there's some stuff I want to do because Naka's leaving me for the weekend. So yeah, it will be exciting to watch. Oh, I should offer her something different. I just saw how she has her PNG tuber set up. Yeah, let's actually set this up properly instead of just looking at her Twitch. We're gonna raid into Lily. Which is, during this week, it's been her birthday. And just to recap this week, we're off tomorrow. And then Saturday, we're doing this big, massive collab with Lily and a bunch of our friends to celebrate her birthday this week. And then Sunday is more Monster Hunter World with Carrie. And then Monday, I decided I'm going to do an art stream while learning this new thing. So we're gonna work together on that. Yeah. So send Lily your love. We're gonna raid over to her and then enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.